On episode 176 of the 40 Plus Fitness Podcast, I share my best time management tips so you can find time to get in the gym and cook healthy meals. You can find the full show notes for this episode at 40plusfitnesspodcast.com/176. Have you decided you're ready to make a change? To reclaim your health and fitness? The 40 Plus Fitness Podcast is here for you. I'm your host, Alan Meisner. I'm an NSAM certified personal trainer with a specialization in corrective exercise and fitness nutrition. Let me be your coach as you find your way on your health and fitness journey. All right, let's go. Hello. I recently asked the Facebook group for some ideas on topics that you wanted me to cover, and I got some great feedback. And one of the items that I got dealt with having the time management. And that is a big excuse that we hear a lot of times as trainers, when we're talking to people. It's just, finding the time to work out, finding the time to cook good meals, just seems to be a problem for a lot of people. Now, if you want to be part of the conversation, maybe give me some topics that you'd like to hear, you can join us on the Facebook group. Just go to 40plusfitnesspodcast.com/group, and that'll take you to the group page where you can request to join and become a part of the conversation. I really do value feedback from you, and if there's something you want me to talk about, just let me know there. Again, 40plusfitnesspodcast.com/group. Anyway, time management is a problem for us these days. I mean, there's just a lot going on, a lot of pulls and pushes from us, and it does make it very, very hard sometimes to find the time to do what's right for our bodies. I mean, we know what we need to do. We know that we need to do it. It's just sometimes time gets in the way. You just run out of hours in the day, and it's the one thing that you can't make more of. You can improve your health, you can improve, but you can't make more time. So in this episode, I wanted to take some time to give you 11 of my favorite time management tips that will help you actually make it into the gym or actually do some things. And some of these are things you've probably heard in the past, but I think some of them might actually surprise you, particularly this first one. So let's go. Number one is to go to bed 30 minutes earlier. And I know you're listening to me and saying, wait, what? If I'm going to go to bed 30 minutes earlier, then I'm going to lose 30 minutes because I'm going to be asleep. And the reality is that sleep is a very important component to helping make you feel better. And it's been shown in studies that just getting enough sleep is going to make you more productive during the day. So if you have a task that you're attempting to do, like maybe it's time to pay the bills, and you sit down and you're just physically and mentally drained, that task is going to take you a lot longer than it would if you were well rested. So getting to bed half an hour earlier each evening is going to really go a long way towards making you more productive during the day, which will help you get through those tasks faster and actually free up probably a lot more than the 30 minutes that you invested in getting some additional sleep. Number two is to time the style of what you want to do from a workout perspective around your day. And so I'll give you a perfect example. I know a lot of people, they don't want to go work out during lunch hour because they're going to get all sweaty and all that. And then taking the time to do a shower, by the time they get there, they get their workout clothes on, they get out to work up, they work up a good sweat, it's already time to go in and take the shower so you can get your hair dry and do all the things you have to do. Now, obviously, from my pictures, if you've seen those, you know I don't have to worry about washing my hair, but I am a sweaty guy. I do sweat a lot when I work out. So lunchtime workouts aren't always the best idea for me. So what I'll use that lunch hour to do is I'll use a half of it to walk. So instead of going to work out for the lunch hour, I'll just do a cardio walk. I don't have to get up to a sweat. I just get to a point where I'm on the edge of being able to talk comfortably, and I'm in a fat burning zone. And a lot of times, since I'm doing intermittent fasting a lot of the time, I will basically be in fat burning zone, and then I'm able to walk off just a little bit more fat. But I time that workout around what's going on in my day. So if I want to do something that's really going to get me sweaty, I tend to do it early in the morning so that, yes, I get all sweaty, but then I was already going to take a shower before I went to work, so I'm not having to worry about taking a second shower. So again, it's 5 minutes maybe, or 10 minutes or longer if you have some things to do with your hair, but just realizing that, you can time the work around, and it's very important for you to kind of make that a part of the schedule, because that just really kind of blends to you getting it done if it's a meeting you've got on your schedule. Okay, the next is to multitask. And, we're into November now, and I hope you are participating with me on the squat challenge. But some of us are being given quite a few squats to do during the day, particularly as this thing kind of ratchets up over the course of the month. Well, when am I going to get all these squats done? Well, you can do them while you're doing something else. So let's say that you're standing by the stove cooking, and yes, you have to basically stir this every few minutes and whatnot. Well, just do a couple squats, rather than just stand there watching the water boil. Do a few squats. Once you've done the squats, you start noticing the water's boiling. Well, then you can attend to that. So just kind of multitasking and using the things that you do normally and kind of mixing these in for those little periods. Maybe you're standing in line at the grocery store. Do a couple squats. Now, people are going to stare at you. Yeah, but so what? I mean, you're doing your squats. And again, that's just that kind of thing of saying, mixing and multitasking are a great opportunity for you to get some things done. And you don't have to just work out an hour or half an hour. You can mix this in throughout your day and still get the health and fitness benefits. Number 4 is batch cooking. And if you've listened to this podcast at all, I'm a big fan of batch cooking. Batch cooking does a lot of things. One, it saves a lot of time because you can cook these meals over the course of a day, like an afternoon on Sunday, and package them up and have them available for the whole week. And if you've done batch cooking before, you can make a big batch of it, but you can make multiple meals and different things and mix and match them. So maybe what you're going to do is you're going to grill some chicken, and you're going to go ahead and grill some beef, and you're going to grill some shrimp. And so now I've grilled all these meats, and I package them up, and then each day I can choose what kind of vegetables I want to have. So maybe one day I'm having a chicken salad for lunch, and then I'm going to have some of the beef with maybe some kale or spinach and asparagus. Simple foods that I can just whip up really quickly. The vegetables whip up really quickly, but I don't have to worry about grilling each and every night that I want to have a grilled meal. I just do it all on a Sunday and have that available. Or, it's getting a little bit cooler this time of year. Maybe just doing a big batch of soup or stew or chili is going to work for you. Put the slow cooker on that morning and let that go, and you make yourself a big bowl, big batch of soup and whatnot. And so throughout the course of the whole week, now you've got several meals that you can eat. And again, that planning is going to help you stay on track. Plus, the batch cooking is going to save you a ton of time. Okay, the next is what I call TV exercising. And I know you've got to watch that latest episode of The Voice. It's your favorite show. It's a 2-hour episode this week, so you're going to sit in front of the TV for 2 hours. Well, how about this for a challenge? Every time the TV goes to commercial, if you don't have to go to the bathroom, which occasionally you will, but if you don't have to run to the bathroom, get down and do a few push-ups, do a couple bodyweight squats, do a couple lunges, anything that you can do right there. Or get an exercise bike or a treadmill and put that out there and spend your 2 hours of TV watching, walking briskly on the treadmill. So, you can mix your exercise and your TV watching time and just do it that way. Again, the 2 hours that you have invested in the TV shouldn't be a priority over your health, and you don't have to make it that way if you'll put those two things together. The next is circuit training. So if you're trying to build some strength and you want to get through the workout quickly, a normal workout with me, when I go to the gym and do a weightlifting extra workout, it takes me a full 45 minutes. And that's because I'm resting between each and every set. I'll do 3 sets of one exercise like squats, and in between each set, I'm going to rest for a period of anywhere from 60 seconds to 120 seconds, depending on what I'm lifting and how intense it is that day. And then I'm going to take a short break before I go to the next exercise just to get to the next machine. Well, a lot of the gyms have a lot of machines, a lot of things set up in a sequence. And you can do this at home, even if you're doing bodyweight exercises, is just set these things up in a circuit. And what happens when you're doing a circuit, because you're working a different muscle group, you don't really have to have that rest time between each exercise the way you would if you were going to do the same exercise next. So let's say I want to do squats, and then I want to do push-ups, and then I want to do pull-ups, and then I want to do an overhead press, and then I'll go back and do squats. And that's my whole little circuit I want to do here. And I've got all my stuff set out. So I've got the dumbbells or the resistance bands that I'm going to use for the overhead press. I'll do the push-ups as a body weight, the squats as a body weight, and the pull-up is all a body weight. So literally I just sit there and do it. I do my squats, and as soon as I'm through with my squats, I get down and I start doing my push-ups. As soon as I finish my push-ups, I do my pull-ups. As soon as I finish the pull-ups, I do my overhead press. And then I may want to take a break, but I don't have to before I go back to the squats. Now, one of the advantages of circuit training is that it really does kind of give you that cardio style work while you're working strength. So because it's kind of multi-discipline, you may not get the same strength benefits that you would have gotten just doing it the old school way of the do it, rest, but you're still going to get the benefits and you'll get the workout done faster. So again, if time is a problem, constricting the amount of time it takes you to do the work by doing a circuit can help you save some time. Okay, the next is minimum effective dose. Okay, so what I mean by that is it's kind of a catch term that's gotten really, really popular, amongst kind of the biohackers. Is what's the minimum amount that I need to get something done? And it comes from when you're going to make the pills and try to figure out what someone should take of the medication, because there's typically side effects. They want to make sure that they're giving you just enough to meet what you need to get done without giving you too much. Well, taking that same principle to other things like exercise is to say, what's the minimum amount of work that I need to do to get a good workout done? And so many cases, people will go in and they'll just kill it. They'll do, they'll be working chest or something. And I'll see them, okay, they're going to do, 3 sets of bench presses, and then they're going to do 3 sets of incline bench presses, and then they're going to do 3 sets of decline bench presses, and then they're going to go do some dips, and then they're going to go do some flies. Then they're over there doing an exercise. I don't even know what they're doing, but they're doing all of these exercises really, really blasting their chest, when the reality is if they just went in and did maybe 4 sets of bench presses in a really controlled, intense manner, focusing on what they're there to do, rather than trying to do all of those different exercises thinking they're blasting their chest, which they are, but they've gone a little overboard. Now, their body will likely recover if they give it a couple days to recover, and they'll see some benefits from that. But they did more work than they needed to do to see that next incremental amount of benefit that they're getting. So they are effectively wasting some time doing this. Now, don't get me wrong, if you love being in the gym and you want to do that kind of intense stuff, by all means do it. Just realize that you might be able to get the same results doing a little bit of work. And if the time that it takes you to get a workout done is keeping you from doing the workout, just realize you can lower the amount of sets and reps you're doing if you're able to increase the intensity of the work. So slowing down, adding weight, those different ways of adding intensity to the work, time under pressure and all those other things, is going to give you the health benefits in a shorter amount of time, and you don't have to miss the workout. I can go in now if I wanted to, and I can get a really, really good chest workout in probably less than 10 minutes. If I take my time, do 3 good sets of bench press really, really, really slow, I can get that done in 10 minutes and have a good chest workout, and then I'm back on the road. And because I didn't really do a whole lot of work, I'm not really that sweaty. So, if it's a lunchtime thing I want to do and I miss my chest workout in the morning because I woke up late, the alarm didn't go off or whatever, I know I can pop into the gym for 10 minutes and get a good chest workout. So no excuses there. Anybody can free up 10 minutes. And this workout I'm talking about, you wouldn't even have to go in the gym. You can do the same thing with just doing a push-up. A very slow, controlled push-up. 3 sets of 10, very, very slow, will do just about everything you need for your chest that day. And you'll feel it, I promise. Okay, the next one, number 8, is to go faster. And we talked about that a little bit on the circuit, how the circuit makes you kind of go through these a little bit faster. And then I talked about slowing down to get to your minimum effective dose. But here's another concept of this thing. Let's say you typically like to walk for half an hour in the morning, but you're finding that you just don't quite have the half an hour this morning. You really only got about 20 minutes. So what you may want to do is, you still have your little circuit, is go out for your walk a little bit faster than you normally would, and then go ahead and mix in a jog, just a little jog. And it can be something as simple as, see that stop sign? It's about 20 yards away. Jog to the stop sign. And once you get to the stop sign, go back to that brisk walk. And if you just start intermixing those little faster bursts into your walk, you'll get through it much quicker, and you'll still be able to get the distance in. And your heart rate won't spike up to the point where you're flatlining here. It'll go up a little bit, but once you're walking again, it'll come back down to that normal controlled level, and you can get through this a little bit quicker, so you can still get that work done and get the distance in that you wanted to get in for your training and still get that training effect. You're just going to do it in a slightly shorter amount of time by going just a little bit faster. Okay, and then I talked about this a little earlier, but number 9 is about having a goal, knowing what you're there to do, a focus for that workout. If you walk into the gym and you really don't have an idea of what you want to do, then you're going to spend time thinking about, well, what equipment is open and what exercise should I do first and what am I here to do? When I walk into the gym, I have a plan. I know exactly what my workout's going to be. And really the only thing that keeps me from making that plan work exactly the way I want to every time is if someone happens to be on the piece of equipment that I want to use. So I try to go to the gym on off times, or I use my own home gym stuff to do the work when I know I just really need to get it done and I don't want to be interrupted and I know it's a time that the gym's going to be really crowded. So like right after work or right before work when everybody else is going, you may have to wait for a machine. And again, that could just kill your momentum in trying to get through a workout quickly. And if you've got a fixed timeline, you're killed. So have a plan, know why you're there, and then really work through that process. So I'm going to show up. I know what I'm there to do. I'm going to get through it. I know my rest periods. I get the work done, and I get out of there. I'm not hanging around, not talking to folks. I'm there to get my workout done. I know a lot of people think, well, you're being antisocial. So what? I'm there to get my workout done. I'll talk to you later. Call me on the phone if we're friends. If not, maybe next time I'll have a little bit more time to sit down and talk. But I'm short of time. I still want to get this workout done. Can't talk to you today. Sorry. I'm focused. I'm on. Okay. The next one, number 10, is to be thinking in terms of food prep and the types of foods that you could eat without food prep. So, obviously, if you already have some nuts, raw nuts, having things prepped, having them ready makes them very quick for you to grab in the morning. I'm a big fan of sardines. I eat sardines probably 4 or 5 times a week. And so, I have cans of sardines. I have them at work. I have them in the house. And I have nuts, and I'll prepackage them and have them ready. Other foods that I like, I have ready. Like I said, I pre-prepped them maybe when I did my batch cooking. So those are sitting in the fridge ready to go. And so when I get up in the morning, I don't have to think about it. And another thing that's really cool is focusing on foods that you don't have to prep. So I'm finding these, I'll go to the store now, they sell these salads that have been 3 times washed. So basically they're telling you these are ready to eat right out of the container. So I'll buy a thing of arugula or spinach, or maybe it's the spring mix, but whichever, I'll buy it. They're 5 ounces and it's a big honking salad. I've got my sardines, or I've got some tuna, or I've got some grilled chicken that I brought in. I've made a dressing the other night that I have all ready and I brought with me. Basically, boom, I've got a quick meal right there, and the prep time was almost zero because the time it took for me to pull it out of the fridge at work and plop down and open a can of sardines and pour on a little bit of the dressing I made with good olive oil and some balsamic vinegar and some spices and herbs. And I'm cool. I've got my meal right there ready. And it takes me almost no time to sit down and get that meal together. So kind of doing those types of hacks, those little tricks of making sure that you can get to your food quickly. And I don't even have to warm it up. I don't have to do anything with it. It's there and it's ready. It saves me a ton of time. So that's how I get my half-hour workout done during my lunch hour, is literally there's no prep time for my food. I don't have to wait 3 minutes or 5 minutes, whatever, for the microwave to warm it up. Literally sit down, open up the package, pour in the dressing, open up the can of sardines, and start chowing. And then I'm good. I can finish that up, and then I can go for my walk. Okay? And then number 11 is to eliminate the low value non-exercise stuff that you're doing. If you really took the time to kind of write a journal of everything that you do in a day, I think what you would find is that there's a lot of things in your life that aren't really important to you. And when I say important to you, it's that, okay, do you really need to check Facebook 15 times in a day? And the answer is no. Do you really have to respond to every email that comes in your email box every single hour? And the answer is no. So all of those non-exercise things that you do that fill up your time are preventing you. If they're preventing you from being able to go exercise, if they're preventing you from thinking you have the time to go eat real food, well, let's get rid of some of those. Let's get those off the calendar. Maybe what you do is you say, okay, I can check Facebook in the morning after I've done my workout, but not before. After I do my workout, while I'm kind of just letting my body kind of cool down so that I won't be so sweaty getting into the shower, and get in the shower and take a good shower and go. But in that little time there, that's when I'm going to sit down and get on Facebook and catch up with friends and family. And then what you can say is maybe then right after work, and it can be maybe while you're cooking or warming up your meals, you'll sit there and you can get on Facebook and do a little bit, and you can do your squats and your Facebook and cook all at the same time, so multitasking. But now you've compressed your Facebook time down and you're not on Facebook all day long. Same thing with emails. Just block out a time and do those. So structuring your time, eliminating the non-exercise stuff that you just don't need. Now, I'll be the last person to tell you, get rid of Facebook. It would save you a ton of time, but I know that's just not practical for most people. We all love Facebook. We need, that's how we interact with our families and friends now. But that said, realize how much time you're investing in those things, watching cat videos and doing those types of things. So the whole excuse that I don't have time to exercise, you could make hours in a day if you really looked at where you were spending your time and just did a little study on that. I think you could find a lot of time that you could cut off of your workout, off of your non-exercise stuff, all your non-food prep stuff, and literally that would be your time that you needed to do those things. So let's recap these. Number 1, go to bed half an hour earlier. A well-rested mind solves problems faster. It's going to make you more effective, and it's going to free up time because you're not running so slow. Your brain's going to work better. You'll get more done. You'll be more productive, and that will free up time. Second is to time the style of your workout around your current life plan. I mean, if you have to go to work at a certain time and you don't want to be sweaty in the afternoon, understanding when you do these things, make your workouts fit around that so that, again, you're not having to take 2 showers in a day. You're not doing a sweaty workout during lunch, but you are getting a walk in. Those types of things are going to allow you to make this exercise less of a burden on your time. Next is to multitask. So doing squats while you're brushing your teeth or while you're waiting for the water to boil, all those different things. You can be doing those things. The 2 minutes that it takes for the microwave to warm up your meal that you prepped over the weekend, there's your 2 minutes. Do squats, that kind of thing. Do some push-ups. The next is to batch cook. And again, big fan of that. I think that planning aspect of it is what saves a lot of people from overeating and running out to restaurants all the time because they have the food available. They know what's in it. They know it's healthy. But batch cooking also saves you time because you're not having to do that meal prep every single evening. So that 45 minutes or however much time it takes you to do a meal every single evening is not a big burden on you because it's already ready. You just have to go ahead and bring in the vegetables. Those cook up pretty quick, and then you're also not dirtying up as many dishes because you just did it all at one time on the weekend. Okay, the next is TV exercising. Okay, while you're watching TV, you don't have to sit there. You can take the commercial breaks and do exercise, or you can get a treadmill or exercise bike, bring it in the living room and watch your show. Enjoy the exercise, enjoy the show, and you get the benefits of both. You get to know who won The Voice, and you get to ride your exercise bike. Okay, next is circuit training. So this is just going through basically resistance training exercises, but doing them in a quick succession fashion where you're working different muscle groups for each exercise, and as a result, you don't need as much rest time. So that compresses the total time to get a full body workout done. You can do it very, very quickly, just going through 3 to 4 cycles of these exercises in a circuit fashion. Number 7 was the minimum effective dose. So not doing more exercise than you need to meet your fitness goal. Your body can only recover a certain amount from work. And if you're doing more work than your body really needs and it can fully recover from, then you're not really doing yourself any favors. Doing the minimum amount that you need to do to give yourself that stimulus so that you can change and get better, that's where you want to be. And then anything you do above that is again, wasted time. So if we cut that out, we shorten the duration of our workout and we're in and out a lot faster. Number 8 is going faster. This works particularly well with cardiovascular type exercising, walking, riding, bike, and in some cases running, but just sometimes going a little bit faster because you just have less time allows you to get that workout in without skipping it. And again, that's why we're here. We want to talk about time management from the perspective of skipping a workout. Just go a little faster and maybe you can get the work done in a shorter amount of time. The next one is the single focus goal. This is me walking in the gym, doing my work, knowing why I'm there, and then just getting the work done, resting the exact amount of time that I wanted to rest, my 60 seconds, my time's up, go lift again. Okay, rest for 60 seconds, go lift again. That single focus, getting in there and getting out, keeps me on track and makes sure that I'm not spending an hour in the gym when I can get the workout done in 45 minutes or 30 minutes. Okay, then the next one is to look for prepacked food and raw food that I can use to make sure that my meals don't take that long to prepare. So, like I said, I like to bring salad stuff and a fish, canned fish to my lunch. I've already got everything ready in my little bag in the morning. I go to work, it's all sitting in the fridge ready for me. Pop, pop, open, done. I don't have to cook anything, don't have to warm up anything, I don't have to do anything other than open it, just a little bit of vinaigrette on my salad, open up the can of fish, boom, lunch. Those types of things will, again, free up a little bit of time that then allow me to spend the other half of my lunch hour walking around and getting some exercise. And then the final one is to look for those non-exercise things that you might be doing that are burning the time and making you feel like you just don't have time to work out. I like to schedule workouts and know the time that I'm going to do the workout because that makes me much more consistent at going. But again, and if you find that there's a lot of other things that are getting in the way, do a time study and let's eliminate the things that are causing you time but not really adding value to your life. And once you start doing those types of things, I think you'll find that you're going to be freeing up enough time that the time excuse goes away. And there's no reason for you to not be in the gym when you need to be in the gym, doing the exercise you need to do when you need to do them, and eating good food because, again, it's not a burden for you to do the prep because you've built the time in or you've built the process in to make sure that you're efficient with the way you're doing that. So again, follow these time management tools if you're having trouble finding time to eat well or to exercise, and let me know how it works for you. I hope you got something valuable out of today's episode. If you did, would you please share it with someone you know? Next time on the 40 Plus Fitness podcast, we meet Lamar Lowry and discuss his book, Functional Fitness. Until then, have a happy and healthy day.